The digital pen has several auxiliary input channels, such as roll, pressure, and tilt. Research has demonstrated the value of using such channels. However, using one channel alone limits us to interactions in 1D and with a small range of selectable items. We introduce A-Coord input, which allows control of two input channels. Through a few application scenarios, we demonstrate the value of using A-Coord input to extend the bandwidth of the pen's auxiliary channels for discrete item selection. Here we show a tilt and roll menu, where users can tilt the pen to select menu items. The submenu item can be selected by using roll, giving users rapid access to a large set of tools without significant pen movement. Similarly, a tilt and pressure menu allows users to trigger items in the second-level submenu through pressure. We conducted a study to explore the effectiveness of A-Coord input for a 2D selection task. We compared three A-Coord inputs: tilt and roll, tilt and pressure, and roll and pressure, with two baseline techniques, which twice required the sequential use of an auxiliary channel: roll and roll, and pressure and pressure. Our results showed that for all A-Coord input styles tested, users were faster when operating the channels in parallel for at least some duration of the task. Based on these results, we explored the generalizability of A-Coord input in a task that involves continuous multi-parameter selection and manipulation. In this example, we show users can tilt and roll to smoothly control the motion of a virtual camera to explore 3D volumetric data. Users can roll to change the depth of the clipped plane, and tilt the pen to change the orientation of the clipped plane. This form of interaction is commonly used by surgeons in a neuronavigation task prior to surgery. 3D manipulation tasks, such as scaling or rotating, can be carried out by A-Coord input. Here, the user can select an axis with tilt, while rotating or scaling an object can be carried out by rolling the pen. This can help a 3D designer to select a specific axis on which to manipulate the object. These techniques can be generalized to a multi-parameter selection and manipulation task. We conducted another study to measure the user performance of pressure and roll, and tilt and roll, with a baseline fast slider technique. Our results show that both A-Coord techniques have a performance comparable to fast sliders. We now show techniques for which we can apply our results on multi-parameter selection and manipulation. Navigating large workspaces such as digital maps requires frequent pen tip movements for panning, or for switching between panning and zooming. With A-Coord input, zooming can be carried out by rolling, and panning can be carried out with tilt. Input with a fixed CD ratio is sometimes error-prone. In this example, users can rotate the object with pen rolling. With A-Coord input, pressure can be used to adjust the CD ratio of the roll. The user applies more pressure to get a higher CD ratio. Overall, we demonstrated that A-Coord input is a promising enhancement to the pen's existing auxiliary channels.